Hi, my name is Sundaresh. You know that the cooling system is to remove excess heat from the engine. The cooling system consists of major cooling system components like radiator, coolant pump, hoses, water jackets and thermostat. The coolant circulates around the engine and takes the heat from the engine and delivers the heat to the atmospheric air in the radiator. There is a possibility of a coolant leak in the system which is sometimes visible and sometimes invisible. Today I am going to demonstrate how to trace leaks in the cooling system. At the end of this demonstration, you will be able to perform pressure test in the cooling system, perform pressure test in radiator cap.
Tools required. Trainee's toolkit. Radiator pressure tester. Inspection mirror with flashlight. Equipment required. A vehicle in running condition. Materials required. Coolant. Generally, the vehicle owner brings his vehicle for general servicing in specific time intervals. The automobile technician checks many automotive systems to avoid failure of the system. Due to the long usage, the cooling system components may leak due to corrosion. The leak may be external or internal. External leaks are obvious and easily observable. Internal cooling leakage can occur through a leaking gasket or crack. Cracks often leak when the engine is cold, but not after it warms up. In such cases, only carrying visual inspection by a technician can't help to find out the leakage. Similarly, the rubber seal on the pressure cap becomes worn or damaged due to age, rusted cap, and damaged filler neck of the radiator may result in an increasing boiling point during hot weather or driving at high altitude. This results in overheating of an engine. So, during every service, it is necessary to check coolant leaks not even by visually but with the help of a pressure tester. The pressure test results both external and internal leaks and radiator cap problems also. The early observation of this problem will help to avoid further problems and cooling system related troubles. Now I am going to demonstrate how to do a pressure test in the cooling system and radiator pressure cap. Carry out this test when the engine is cool. Never attempt to carry out this test when the engine is hot. Locate the pressure cap. Many vehicles use pressure caps on the radiator. Some vehicles have pressure caps on the coolant reservoir. Now I am going to show how to remove the pressure cap on the radiator. Slightly press the pressure cap by the back of the right hand and rotate in the anti-clockwise direction slightly. After turning 1/4 turn, the cap will come up due to the spring pressure. Remove the cap. Before testing, check and fill the coolant up to the level. Suppose the pressure cap is fitted with the coolant reservoir, then unscrew it and remove it from the reservoir. Radiator pressure cap contains a gauge with a pump, rubber hose, adapters for various models, and pressure caps in different sizes. Usually, the gauge is fitted with a pump. Select the suitable adapter for the vehicle to be tested. Connect the hose and the adapter with a pump. Connect the adapter of the pressure tester to the radiator filler neck. Suppose the pressure cap is located on the reservoir, then install the pressure tester on the filler neck of the reservoir. The cooling system pressure is stamped on the radiator pressure cap. It may be in PSI or bar units. For example, a pressure cap stamped with 0.9 means the cooling system of the particular engine is 0.9 bar. Similarly, if the radiator cap has been stamped with 1.1, which means the cooling system pressure is 1.1 bar. Now, Pump the tester handle until the gauge on the tester indicates the rated cooling system pressure stamped on the pressure cap. Please note that the pressure in the system should not be more than specified. If you pump more pressure than specified, it affects the entire cooling system. Leave the pressure applied to the cooling system for 5 to 15 minutes. After that, observe the readings. If the pressure does not drop on the tester gauge, the cooling system is not leaking. When the reading of the tester gauge slowly drops, decide the cooling system is leaking. Please note that some small pressure drops can occur as the coolant shrinks if the cooling system pressure drops. Do not consider such small drops in pressure. If you find a pressure drop in the gauge, then first check for external leaks. Check for external leaks at the heater core, heater, and radiator hoses, thermostat housing, radiator. Sometimes the external leak in the engine cannot be easily seen. For that, use an inspection mirror with a flashlight. Aim the flashlight at the mirror to reflect light onto the area of the suspected leak. The leak will be visible in the inspection mirror. If you are not able to find any external leak with the pressure drop in the gauge, then the leak may be internal. Do you know what is the internal leak? A leaky head gasket or a cracked head or bore can result in an internal leak. When there is an internal leak, coolant will flow into the cylinder during the intake stroke and when the engine is off. During combustion, the exhaust gas is forced into the cooling system and can appear as bubbles in the radiator. Sometimes, bubbles can also result if the cooling system draws in air. To identify this problem, loosen the drive belt to the water pump. Then, repeat the test. If the bubbles disappear, decide air has been getting into the pump and not leaking through the gasket or cracking. Now, we are going to check the radiator pressure cap. If the radiator pressure cap is not good, what will happen? The damaged cap can allow pressure to escape from the radiator. If the pressure is not maintained, the boiling point of the coolant drops. This causes the radiator to boil over in hot weather or when driving in high altitude. Do you know the reason for the cap damage? The rubber seal on the pressure cap can become worn or damaged with age. The radiator filler neck seat can be damaged. Now, let us see how to check the radiator pressure cap. First, visually inspect the sealing surfaces and the vacuum valve. Install the radiator cap on the adapter. Attach the pressure tester to the other end of the adapter. Pump the handle until the gauge reaches its highest point. After tested, release pressure from the system by pushing the tester hose sideways at the cap. Similarly, you can test the vacuum valve in the radiator cap. Obtain a vacuum pump and radiator cap vacuum test adapter. Install the pressure cap on the adapter and connect the adapter to the vacuum pump. Apply vacuum to the radiator cap. The cap should allow the vacuum to build up to 2 to 5 in Hg, then release and allow air to flow through the cap. If the cap doesn't allow to build up vacuum, then decide to replace radiator pressure cap.
Thus, we have learned how to test the cooling system and the radiator pressure cap. Hope you have clarity on this. Do this exercise with the help of your instructor.